The sports that I coach here at Grosse Pointe South are in the fall girls cross country and in the spring track and field. And I started coaching in the fall of 1979 with the very first girls cross country team. So that's 37 seasons that I've just completed. And then this spring with track will be the 37th year. My favorite sport to coach, it's hard to say. They all involve running, of course, so there's a similarity there. But track's more hectic for sure because it's 17 events, and covering everything is a challenge every day, but it's a very fun challenge. Cross country, because every girl is doing the same thing. We're practicing in the same way. The goal is always to complete a good, these good 5K races. So everybody in cross country is kind of on the same page. So there's two ways to look at it. If I absolutely had to pick one, I would probably go with cross country though. It's a nice balance with being the phys ed teacher. My first 10 years or so, I taught in the classroom, and it was a little bit more challenging after school to get ready for practices and all. With teaching phys ed, it's a bit more seamless. I can have everything pretty much planned out during the day, with anything I need as far as equipment goes and that for practices. It's just a really good balance with my time during the day with the phys ed classes, immediately followed by the practices. We do practice every day right after school, which is a very important thing for me, and I think for the girls as well, is that we don't have to go home and then come back in the evening for practices. So it all works out well, and then my day, a typical day, is done between 5 and 5:30, practices and everything. I've learned over the years that while it's nice to win, and that certainly is a goal because it brings out the best in a student athlete, when they have that incentive to try to win or be on a team that's attempting to win. It's really how you handle things that's the most important, whether it's winning, losing, meets. 95% of everything I do with coaching is in practices. And so the relationships that are developed over the course of a season, over the course of, in many cases, 8 seasons, if we have track and cross country girls that do all 4 years. Those bonds that are formed between the teammates and between the coaches and the athletes are absolutely the best, most important, most fun, and the most lasting in what I do and what I've seen over so many years. It's fun to win. It's fun to be very competitive, but it's more significant in the long run to be great teammates and to have good relationships established between athletes and coaches. I love working here at Grosse Pointe South, both as a teacher and as a coach, and I hope many more years in the future.